there's a coincidence. Well, in my background, I actually went to GW for the paralegal certificate program. So
Amazing.
when you were talking about like raising around, and I did an evening program as well. So
Uh-huh.
at the time, the first firm that I work at is in Vienna, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
And so when I was choosing the program, I was like, I would probably go to GW because the Georgetown campus is a little bit harder to get to in the
Right.
evening, right? So
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why I chose GW, because they were like on K Street at the time for that particular program. So
Okay.
usually like by like 4 or 5 hours just rushing on the metro, going there, just barely making it. And one of my professor, he's a partner at a large firm.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time he taught me IP law.
Okay.
And at that point, when I was actually doing the paralegal program,
Mm-hmm.
I was actually in construction litigation. So it has nothing to do with IP. And
Right.
I took like IP law from this professor, and at the end, he was talking to me. He was like, I think you would have a future in patent litigation. I was like, I don't know anything about
Wow.
science. He was like, you don't know anything about construction either. So I'm like,
Well, that's
okay,
amazing.
so as soon as I finish
Mm-hmm.
that course, and he was like, sort of pull me aside and talk to me. And I asked him a couple of questions. I said, well, because in IP, there's 4 areas. You
Mm-hmm.
got patent, trademark, trade secret, and copyright. And he was like, there are a lot of similarities between construction and patent. And I said,
Oh,
well, because there are a lot of specifications,
sure.
when you have like the CPM critical path, schedule. And so a lot of things, they're both scientific enough
Mm-hmm.
that there's a little bit of transferable skills that he thought that I would actually do well. And I did construction litigation. So litigation actually has a lot of transferable skills. And that's
Sure.
how I got started. And at the time, we did not have as much like social media.
Yeah.
So I think like the networking, it's through, how I network is through like professional organizations. So I
Mm-hmm.
used to belong to like the National Capital Area Paralegal Associations.
Oh, sure.
And now I am part of the PTAP Bar Association.
Mm-hmm.
I am a non-attorney, so I'm categorized as an other member.
Okay.
Very, very important for me to disclose. I just finished like the conference that we had, and
Mm-hmm.
we just finished on a very high note, and everything was like really great. I don't know how much are you like involved in PTAP proceedings, and definitely an area that it's growing, and
Mm-hmm.
I really find it very engaging, especially in the way that the conference where the judges, the USPTO,
Mm-hmm.
and there's so much collaborations there. And yesterday we actually the association was able to get Director Vidal to be there
Oh,
to do a
wow.
fireside eye chat in person.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. So, something to think about since you are in the pit
Yeah,
and die already, right?
absolutely.